Hello everyone, this is Fazana from Fazana's Law, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you all some of the things that I wish I knew before starting the legal practice course or any degree for that matter that you might be doing in the university. I hopefully pray that this video will help you in finding out some of the things that you should be aware of before starting university, especially if it's a degree that is on the postgraduate level. And this is specifically related to the degree that I'm currently doing as I'm filming this video, which is the Legal Practice Course UK, which is a course that we have to do before undertaking our solicitor journey. So yeah, if you're interested to find out some of the things that I actually learned, the valuable things that I wish I knew before starting the legal practice course, then please keep watching this video till the end. So before I begin this video, I would like to tell you all that I have created a free PDF or an ebook version of this video because I'm aware that not everybody likes watching videos or listening to someone talk that much and for too long. And that's why I've created that, and also helps you keep yourself accountable for all the things that I say in the video. So let's say if it's a tips related video, then you can always download that and you'll be able to get the best out of it because you'll be able to download it and keep yourself accountable and tick it off and so on. And second thing that I wanted to mention to you all is the fact that I've created a free article or a website blog for this video as well. So if you're the type of a person who likes reading off things very quickly in a few seconds and know the tips and tricks in a glance, then that's a really good way for you to actually check that out. And both of those things that I mentioned right now are linked in the description box below, so you can check them out and get them for yourself. But other than that, this video is very important because as someone who is basically currently undertaking the LPC or the legal practice course as I'm recording this video, it's very important that I share with you all the things that I learned during this journey of the LPC and what are some of the things that I actually did and I wish I knew, because I know that this kind of topic is not really particularly talked about in the YouTube realm or the platform, because not everybody has the time really to do those kind of videos in general, and not everybody has the capability or the comfort to actually share these kind of things on YouTube, especially if they're actually still working on themselves and maybe they don't have much to share in general, but I have a lot to share when it comes to this course itself. So yeah, so if you're interested to find out what are some of the things that I actually learned or the things that I actually wish I knew before starting the legal practice course, then please keep watching this video till the end. Apologize if I keep looking around in the room because this is actually one of the rooms that are in the university and I'm actually recording, and so people pass by and I have to look at them to see if anybody's coming in my territory basically. So let's get started with the first tip, and the first thing that I wish I knew before starting the legal practice course is the fact that there is going to be so much content when it comes to the legal practice course, especially when you begin it in stage 1, which is usually between September till I would say probably February, I would say. But the content literally is so much, and there are so many exams in the first stage because of so many things that have been going on, and there's so many modules for you to really cover, and each of those modules have at least 14 tutorials, except the skills sessions, because the skills sessions of course are much shorter because those are skills. Those are not going to be written exams, but they're going to be, let's say in the wills and administration exam is going to be something that is like an interview style. When it comes to advocacy, it's going to be more like a judge solicitor type of exam style or assessment style, and then there's going to be practice and legal writing research as well. So there's different kind of modules they're going to be encountering, and some of us that have never done those things before are going to be feeling very overwhelmed in the first few weeks and in the first few months of that period, because everything feels like everything is going so fast, and I promise to you that it will be. But I'm here to tell you that even though the content is so much, it is not actually hard to understand what is going on, except a few modules. For example, for me, the most difficult module I would say in stage 1 was definitely business law and practice, because there were so many new terms and new definitions that I was never heard before, and I have never done business law in my undergraduate yet. I just did contract law. I remember I did commercial law, but I didn't never do any business law. So anything that was related to board meetings or I don't know, directors and shareholders and all this kind of things was very, very new to me, and I was struggling very much so in the first few weeks, and I was really trying my best, and and in the end I passed actually the exam, which was very surprising and very surprising to me because I didn't understand anything, honestly. So do not worry about the fact that there's so much content, but remember that it is not really hard to understand all these topics, because if you put the hard work in and you start everything from day one, I think that it will be possible for you to really pass all the exams, hopefully first time around as well. So do not worry about the fact that there's so much content. Just focus on understanding the topics and you'll be absolutely fine. I've already touched upon this second thing, but the second thing that I've actually learned, or a thing that I wish I knew before starting the legal practice course, is the fact that time will pass so quickly and you will feel like you are only dedicating your life, soul, and body just to LPC when you're actually undertaking the LPC course itself. And if you think that the second stage of the LPC, which is all about electives and option modules that you actually will be choosing yourself, if you think that that's going to be a bit slower, that's absolutely not true. It's going to go so fast, the time. And even when your exam period is happening, which was for me especially was around February 2022 when I was having all my stage 1 written exams, I remember the time passed so quickly and everything felt like as though everything was just flying by so quickly, because I was just dedicating my whole entire life for legal practice course. My morning routine was out of the way, my skincare routine was out of the way, my eating habits was out of the way, my exercise habits were out of the way. So everything was basically going very downhill when it comes to personal life. And anybody who has undertaken the legal practice course, they probably know that this course is very overwhelming, especially in the first few weeks, especially if you're somebody who has also not done ever any LLB course or anything like that. I'm not trying to scare you when I'm telling you these things. These are just all my personal experiences, but that's what I've seen. The time will pass definitely quickly, and if you think that you're going to have time to really socialize and all those kind of things, that's going to be out of the way, especially if you have a part-time job like myself. So every weekend I would have blocked it out and I would not be able to socialize that well, but I did end up still creating really good friends at the university, and I really enjoyed my time here. But if you're thinking that you're going to have so much time to have fun and all those kind of things, I don't think so. And this is where I would highly recommend, if you're somebody who is a more sociable person than myself, to create study buddies, or have study groups that you can actually share your work with others, so that you can actually build the friendships first of all, and second of all, you're also sharing the work together, so you're not doing everything by yourself, especially if you do not understand something or a particular module or a particular topic. So everybody can help each other out, and in that way you'll be able to hopefully pass all the modules and exams first time around. I think everybody underestimates the next thing that I actually learned during the LPC, or the legal practice course that I was undertaking this whole entire year, and I hopefully finish in September 2022, is the fact that teachers are always there to help you. Now, this is something a bit controversial, because I've seen this for my whole entire education life and academic life in my whole entire life, and that's basically 19 years, is that people are very quick to judge teachers and very quick to say many bad things and negative comments about teachers, saying that they're not really helpful, or they don't reply so quickly, or they are not there to help you, they're there to scam you and lower your marks and all those kind of things, which I don't know, personally, I don't know about any of my teachers who actually are like that necessarily, but I've always seen that in my case, in my personal case, that every time I needed help with teachers, especially university, they were always there to help me, and they tried to always make sure that I was feeling comfortable. And of course, it can be very hard to find the time for them to actually make the time for you and explain to you and sit down with you and explain some certain topics and all those kind of things. But in my case, I've always seen that it doesn't never hurt for you to actually get an email or write an email to one of your teachers and actually seek help, especially if you do not understand something. Now, this is very important, because every single one of us actually deny doing this, or assume that the teacher would never reply, because why will they? But even if you try once and you see this will work out, because I think every teacher is there to help you, and none of them are trying to scam you or make you lower your marks unnecessarily, because they don't get anything out of it anyway. So it's very important that if you are not seeking any help from your classmates or from your study buddies, or you don't have a study buddy in general like I didn't, I think the best place to go, or the best people to reach out, are definitely your teachers, especially during university, because they will definitely help you in understanding certain things. And it doesn't mean that you have to meet them now every single week and bother them. But even if it's like 1 or 2 meetings, it can definitely change your mindset and how you write some kind of answers to the exam style questions as well, because you know exactly what the teacher has already told you in the last meeting. So it's very important that you're seeking help from teachers, and at the end of the day, those are the people that are going to be marking your exams. It's not like in GCSEs and A levels, the exam board is the people that are going to be marking your exam and they've never seen you before. So it's very important to see what they want and spend as much as time as possible with teachers, because they know exactly what they're looking for when it comes to the answers that they want in the exam, or what kind of a style they want for you to embody when you're doing your advocacy or your wills and administration interview and examining, all those kind of things. So yeah, hopefully this tip or lesson that I actually learned definitely helps you out there, because this was very, very important to me, and I think that every student or university student should apply to this. Another controversial thing that I actually learned by undertaking my legal practice course this year was something that actually was it's not something that I actually I would not agree doing this during my undergraduate years, and that is the fact that textbooks are of no use, and that is absolutely true. Unless the teachers literally beg and they basically keep telling you to read that chapter of that in that particular textbook, I don't think textbooks are of no use, absolute no use in the legal practice course. And if you're thinking that you're going to be procrastinating and waiting for your books to come, and then you're going to be starting to revise for the legal practice course, the workshops or tutorials or even the large groups themselves, that's a really big scam that you're doing on yourself, because textbooks are going to be of no use. Because textbooks, what they do is give you the understanding or the content only. They don't really teach you how to answer the questions in the exam. So if you're relying on textbooks to give you marks in the exam, I think you barely can get a 55 or a 60%. If you're aiming to go above that, then I think that the best thing to do is rely on past papers and the workshop questions and answers and whatever they provide you with. That's very, very important, because in that way you're familiarizing yourself in how to answer the questions in the exam, as opposed to just writing out everything that you know about a certain topic. For example, let's say if let's say if there is a topic about in the commercial law exam that are going to be having very soon, if there is a question about agency and distribution and franchising, and I start writing all that I know about agency, and the topic is actually all about what type of agency it is, and I start writing everything that I know about agency in that question, that's not going to give me marks, because I'm not going to be applying the knowledge as it is required for that question, and I'm going to be writing whatever I know, and that's not going to give me any marks, because that shows to the examiner or the person that's going to be marking your exam that you don't know what the question is asking you, and second of all, you don't know how to read the question. So that's a really problematic situation that you'll be falling into, because even though you have so much knowledge about the topic, you don't know how to answer the question. And that's how people easily lose marks in the exam, and something that I'm trying to hopefully avoid myself in any exam that I ever actually write in my life, because that's a really, really bad way and an easy way to actually lose marks in the exam. So I highly recommend for you to not rely on textbooks for your revision, and instead rely on your workshop material or your large groups and your multiple choice questions and quizzes and all those kind of things. Anything that is challenging you to think about the answer, that's a really good way, or that's the material that you should be looking into making sure that you're using for your exams. I think I can join the next 2 tips in one, and that is the fact that please do not go to any workshops without doing any prep, because I've done that multiple times and I have been so lost in the workshops because I didn't know what was going on. And in turn, you might be thinking that by not doing prep, it's giving you a fresh view of the topic, which is what a biggest misconception that I thought myself whenever I would go to these workshops, especially in stage 1. But the truth is that when you're undertaking something like this, it's very important that you do some kind of a prep. It doesn't have to be a full detailed essay before going to the workshop, but at least you have an idea of what is going on. And that comes and really helpful with large groups, because with large groups, they give an overview of the topic, what it's going to be about, what does it entail, what is the content, and so on, and what are the relevant subsections that you have to know. So it's very important that at least before going to the workshops that you have done at least the prep in terms of watching the large group and making notes. So in that way, you will actually know what what is going on in the class. However, that's the bare minimum you can do. But if you want to be the best, then please do all the workshop prep and whatever they tell you to do, because otherwise you're going to be lost, and especially it will be very embarrassing if the teacher picks on you and you don't know what to do. And that exactly happened once to me in a business law practice tutorial, where the teacher asked me a very basic question and I didn't know what the answer was, and the whole classroom was basically very quiet and they were waiting for my answer, expecting that I know it, but I didn't. And from then on, I tried my best to do some kind of a prep for my work before actually attending these tutorials, because the more you attend these tutorials, you will understand that how much prep is very important in the legal practice course. Like in the undergraduate years, you could get away and nobody would say anything to you, and you would still understand everything what is going on, even if that topic or that particular module was very hard, for example equity and finance. But in legal practice course, you have to do the prep, and if you don't attend the workshops, then you're going to be very lost, because they give you a really good structured and strategize the planning of answers in a really good way in those workshops, which you cannot easily get after in the slides of the workshops or something like that. So you're going to be missing out a lot if you don't attend the workshops. And of course, this also entails me to the next one, which is also very important, is the fact that if you have any exams and you're not able to fit them or you're not fit to sit them, then please do of course use the advantage that you have, which is to use the extenuating circumstances claim form or something like that. And in that way, you will be able to defer your exam in a relevant date that is set by the university. That's very important. Do not risk your health or your mental health in the cost of your exam, because when it comes to choosing between your exam and your mental health definitely comes first. So please do make sure that you're using your right of actually applying for an extenuating circumstance for you to actually sit the exam later on. But then you'll have to realize that you have to sit the exam whatever date they set you in. You cannot challenge that, of course. So it's very important that you try your best to sit the first time around whenever they give you the date. But if your mental health is deteriorating or you feel like you're not even suitable to do the exam right now, then please do take the advantage of your extenuating circumstances right. If you have come until the end of this video, thank you so much for reaching so, because that really means a lot to me when people actually reach the end of the video and they like and share and subscribe the video, and they think that the video was really helpful for them, especially when it comes to tips related videos like this or university survival kind of videos, because these kind of videos really take a lot of effort for me to actually make, because I need to bring the mic in the university and so on and all those kind of things like that. So behind the scenes of these videos is there's a lot of effort, because I've spent a lot of hours as well making the PDFs, the free ebooks, the article for my website as well. So all the support that you give me by liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting on my videos is very much appreciated, and I take those from the bottom of my heart. Those thank you so much. And I hope that this video really helped you in finding out what are some of the things that you should actually be aware of when you're starting the legal practice course, and for that matter any other degree that you might be undertaking, especially that is on the postgraduate level. So it's very important that you know these things. And of course, I'll be coming up with more and more videos like this, because I'm really enjoying making these videos, because these kind of videos, I never found them on YouTube before I started my legal practice course. So I want to make sure that everybody who's starting any degree or the legal practice course in general, they have an idea of what is going on and what they're going to expect, which I did not unfortunately get. But here we are with these videos, with this series. So thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to check out the free gifts that are available for you in the description box below under this video for you to check them out, and they're completely free and you don't have to sign up or anything. And good luck for your legal practice course journey or any other journey in university for you.